Sterling Marlin on the outside.
Well, what a move. Now, can he make it stick?
Sterling Marlin hanging on, and he's with Schrader. Now Marlin dives to the inside.
Can't quite do that.
Oh, three gets sideways for just a moment.
And Schrader moving up on the outside. A very smart, fast move by him.
44 is boxed, and he had to slam it to the inside. This will double them all back up again. Schrader has the advantage. Rick Wilson goes to second. He won't give ground. It's a break for Ken Schrader. Earnhardt on the bottom, and as they run side by side, Schrader gets a little distance. Coming down for the finish of the 20th annual Talladega 500. Missouri's Ken Schrader in front. Coming back down out of turn 4 comes Earnhardt. Wilson on the outside. He wants to take one more shot. Here they come, all battling for the lead. Bodine comes back up the middle at the line. Schrader. Checkered flag is out. Incredible wall.
Dick Berggren, as we came on the air, predicted that this was Bill Elliott's race, and perhaps he's going to be right. They're in the final lap of the Southern 500. Bill Elliott with a 2-car length advantage over Rusty Wallace. Off of the second corner and down the backstretch.
Rusty went through that second turn high for the first time in a long time.
Now let's see. It looks like the interval is going to widen here on the final lap. Elliott puts the car way up against the wall. So is Rusty Wallace. Here they come off the fourth corner. It looks like it's going to be Bill Elliott winning, I think. Boy, it was close, though. I think Elliott won by about a half a car length.
Wallace that time in turn number 4. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Waltrip storms down into the first turn. Wallace staying with him. Kowicki with the overview from third spot. Brett Bodine back and forth. Schrader in 5th. Davey Allison 6th. Back straightaway last time. Here's Wallace. Last ditch effort. Crowd is up on their feet. 130,000 strong. Let's see who's going to take it in turn number 3. Waltrip, a beautiful line. Here comes Wallace moving to the inside. Wallace pulling ever so much closer as they come to the stripe. And he drives into the grass. Wallace, as he finally has to settle for second place. It'll be Darrell Waltrip.
Lap to go. Will it be Ricky Rudd, Rusty Wallace, Bill Elliott, or someone else that wins this race? Well, we had some slow-paced activity in the middle sections, but certainly not now, as we are really battling for that win. Rusty is right on the back bumper of Ricky Rudd, off of corner number 1, headed for 2.
And Rudd knows that he cannot make the slightest mistake. If he does, Rusty Wallace will stick the nose of that Pontiac in there. Again, Rudd very smooth.
Race down the backstretch now. Rusty Wallace looks to the inside of Ricky Rudd. They're separated by about a car length. Now Rusty begins to close in just a little bit. He looks to the outside of Ricky Rudd. Can't find the chance to pass. He's going to have to do it in turns number 6 or 7. If these guys tangle, Bill Elliott is right back there in 3rd position, seeing what's going on. Rusty will try to make a final move here. They come down through corner number 6 now. Rusty is going to have to make a move if he wins this race. I don't think he's going to do it.
I don't think he can do it either. Ricky Rudd is too smooth. He has the line that he wants. He's using the racetrack to his advantage. He's going to slow it down. That turn,
they bump. Here they come up the 7th corner. Who's going to win it? They're side by side. Rusty is well off the track. He cannot win it, and Ricky Rudd does. Unbelievable.
We knew it.
They indeed will. Only one more lap to go. There's Jeff Bodine and Harry Gant. And it looks as if Jeff Bodine may have this race in hand. Gant's car going to the outside, sliding a little bit.
He went awfully high into that first turn, and there was trouble down in turn 1. Dale Jarrett and Rob Moroso really had to thread a needle there. Moroso went high. Dale Earnhardt now has moved up into the 4th position. As Gant now, as he comes off the turn, is trying to pick up on him, Bob.
Here we go, off of corner number 4. Let's see what happens. Bodine and Gant going for the win, and Jeff Bodine wins by about a car length. Good race. Harry Gant finishes
corner. This is the last lap of the race, and Elliott is trying to pull alongside. Cannot do it. They've got leg speed to go around there in turn number 1. They go into the 36 degrees of banking on the second turn. Down the backstretch now for the final time. It is still Dale Earnhardt leading Bill Elliott into turn number 3. Elliott will make a final bid, but it's not going to work. Dale Earnhardt wins the Busch 500. Bill Elliott finishes in 2nd position, and Jeff Bodine, I believe.
We'll see.
I think he'll do it.
White flag, 1 to go. This is it for all the money.
Up to the outside, taking a peek. Davey Allison. Bobby Allison sits there. No coaching here.
I think the move will be made coming off of turn 2 and down the backstretch. They've completely left the rest of the field, so it's a 3-car battle here right now. Now here comes Bobby down on the inside. Maybe he's going to go for the win, not take his son into consideration. Now he has moved out behind Davey and pushing him in there, and David now is going to make his move, but he can't. Can he do it, Ken?
He can't get to the outside. He tries again. Bobby Allison in that Buick rides in third. Chevrolet first, Ford second, Buick third. Is this just a test run of next Sunday's Daytona 500? I believe so. Here they come to the line. Coming down for the checkers. Earnhardt is in front. Davey Allison trying to move at the stripe. It will be Dale Earnhardt winning here today in the Busch Clash. Davey Allison will take second. Bobby Allison
from the beginning, and only a major accident blemished the event, taking out several drivers in the process. But when the smoke cleared, it was Bobby Allison holding off a crowd to capture the victory.
Think about where he's going to make his move, and then he's going to probably honk Rusty Wallace as they come out of turn 2. Let's keep our eyes on this race to the finish as they head for the checkered flag hill.
Well, he stood on it that time. You could see him move up visibly closer going into the first corner. But Rusty now driving with a rearview mirror. Notice him cut down, not allowing Darrell a lane to get around. This time Darrell's going high over in the third turn. Rusty goes high to block his path. Bill, take him to the finish.
He was very loose through turn 4, fishtailing the car. He comes to the stripe, and Darrell Waltrip makes a move. Darrell actually bumped the rear bumper on the Rusty Wallace car as they
just a bit and stays out of that pull. Out in front, Rick Wilson, look at him. He maneuvers right behind Bill Elliott.
I think he's going to have to stay right there if he has a chance. White flag is out. One more lap. So now's the time. The last lap. If anybody's going to do anything, this is when it'll happen.
The guesswork is over. Wilson moves down out of his more familiar position of directly behind Elliott. Tries a little bit on the low side. Remember, too, that depending on where they place their car relative to the car in front of them, then they can actually affect the handling of that car in front of them by spoiling the way air is coming off the back of the car. But look at Earnhardt. Earnhardt closes up behind Wilson and then has to fall back as Wilson makes his move down to the inside. He is alongside Bill Elliott. Wilson alongside, pushes a nose just ahead. Will this be the first victory for Wilson? Elliott is alongside now. Elliott forges ahead, and Elliott with a nose just ahead of Wilson at the line as they touch. Coming across to finish this race. Elliott wins the firecracker with Wilson in second place by inches.
Well, there was experience against youth. You saw Rick Wilson make his move. He did it a little bit soon, and Elliott still had the momentum he knew to be able to come up on the outside and pick him up by just a couple of feet at the finish line. What a finish.
Ernie Elliott and the crew, I think, somewhat uncertain as to how the finish actually occurred. But it was Bill Elliott out in front of Rick Wilson. Earnhardt finishes in third. Let's take a look at the finish one more time here. That is Rick Wilson on the inside to the right and Bill Elliott to the outside. Coming to the line, Wilson had it, and then Elliott just inched ahead at the line. At the same time, Parsons won the three-way battle for third place. Now, let's go to winner's circle to talk with Bill Elliott. Here's Jack Arute.